truck. You know what that means. Precious cargo. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I got Mike with me. What do you think, Mike?
This thing is sick, and so is the scooter.
So now we're trying to get back. It's raining. I'm on the interstate. I'm doing 60 as a freaking K-truck. I can't go any faster.
Giving it all it's got.
Giving it all it's got. Let's get home safe with this thing now. All right, we made it home. I got my new acquisition here safely. It is a pretty sweet scooter that I've been trying to find for a while. It's a Yamaha Jog. It's a CY50 Jog, the little boy. So you can see it's tucked in nice and tight here. It's a small scooter. But I'm always looking for scooters, and this one came up and it's super nice. It's got 1,000 miles on it, 1,121 miles, and it runs like a champ. So I'm gonna ride this one around. I got a ton of parts left over from my big scooter build, all in these boxes. So I'm gonna see what I can use on this because it has the same motor, and see if I can't just make a cool get around scooter that's not atrociously unreliable. Not that my scooter's super unreliable, but at 30 horsepower, it ain't gonna last that long riding on the streets. So with the Jog, I'm gonna do a little mild build, you know, get her up to whatever it's gonna do, 60 miles an hour or something. I went out and tested it now, I baselined it. It went 43 miles an hour and probably had a little more left in it, but that's about as much as I want to squeeze out of it in the dark, and it's wet. So more testing to do with that. Again, it's not gonna be the fast build. This is just gonna be the sweet Jog. I'm gonna try and keep all the bodywork stock. I want it to be a real sleeper. The only thing you're gonna see is the pipe. So hopefully I can do that. Roberto likes it. I actually did like it. That was kind of cool. So I'll get to play with it some more when it dries up and take it out some cruises. Hope you guys enjoy it, and stay tuned for more scooter content. And the K-Truck did it again. This thing is the scooter transport machine. I love it. If you got a scooter, you need a K-Truck. This thing is great. Goes anywhere you want and takes your scooter with you and some extra stuff. So this Yamaha Jog is loaded up, ready to go on the dyno. It's completely stock. There's nothing done to it. It was just a little old lady scooter that was sitting in a garage for 20 years or whatever, 18 years, and now it's gonna get a little workout. The goal for this scooter is going to be a mild build, nothing crazy. I want it to be extremely easy to ride with no problems. I'm calling the scooter Mr. Reliable because it's gonna be reliable, but it's still gonna be quick. So, what do you think of my new scooter, dude?
I think you and Roberto need to go on My Strange Addictions.
You think so?
I think so.
Is that?
Roberto's strange addiction.
Guitars.
You don't like my scooter?
No, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, will you rip it? Will you 12 o'clock it?
Of course I'm gonna send it.
All right. So with the mods I'm gonna do, I have a lineup of stuff that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna basically do the Polini Sport 70cc cylinder with the Yasuni exhaust. Kobe.
I was trying to dump in your head.
You did. and the variator to go with it. So top speed on this right now I think was like 45 miles per hour. I'd like to see closer to 60. Mid 50s would be the goal. 60 would be like out of here. But mid 50s at least, so that we can keep it moving, and a little extra torque to make it thump. So I got it loaded up on the dyno now. Let's see what it's gonna do baseline stock.
Why, Jack? Why did you get another scooter? Why would you do this to it? It's purple too, guys. You know, if there's any, I got a rainbow flag I'm gonna put on it for him. I stole it from Roberto's car, so it should be fine. But what are you doing with it? What's the plan? Is there a plan?
There's a plan. Watch my video. I just explained it. Let's dyno it.
You know what? I got something cooler than that, Jack.
Oh yeah?
I went to the auction yesterday. You just way cooler than this, you guys. You guys put it in the comments. Whose thing is cooler?
Impossible. Listen, I want to explain something to you guys. I'm gonna explain something to Shaw too. So, you ever been in the zone?
Oh, I was there.
You know the zone, right?
I was just there.
People get in the zone.
Oh yeah.
There's the friend zone.
Okay.
Well, you know, the best way to get out of the friend zone is to get you this scooter. Because when you get this scooter, you get out of the friend zone and into the next zone. Can't even hear it. Oh, sick. All right. 3.9. 3.9, man. Horsepower. All right, so let's see here. So we got a solid 3.9 horsepower, 3.89 to the wheel. So that's over 4 at the flywheel. So we're gonna stick to this as the baseline, so we can see what it makes. So 3.89. It's not too bad. That's a good baseline for this little bugger. Realistically, I'd like to see double that. So anywhere close to 8 or 9 to the wheel, that'd be sweet. 10 would be like out of the stratosphere for this little thing. It would feel great. So let's see what she does, or he. Let's see what Mr. Reliable can do. I got a round of parts coming, and I can't wait to show it to you guys, see what she does. And hopefully everyone will just, I don't even care, make fun of me, I don't care. I love my little scooters. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be louder. Not that much though. So here's a little pro tip for you on these little scooters. First of all, this being an actual Yamaha scooter, no Chinese stuff on it, I'm amazed at in what great shape the components are. So this thing was obviously never taken apart. It's only got 1,000 miles on it, so it never needed any services or anything. But the quality of this metal, like this cover, everything fits so perfectly. Nothing, there's no like imperfections at all. It had this little plastic cover that I took off of it. Everything just came apart seamlessly. There was nothing broken, nothing stripped, nothing weird or wonky. So anyway, pro tip for you once you're in here, because I wanted to just kind of go through the process myself. While I'm waiting for the parts to come, I'm going to maximize this little setup as much as possible to show you what it can do. Speed wise, I think we touched 42 miles an hour, 43 miles an hour on the dyno. I'll go back and double check it. But one thing that you'll want to do is on the stock machine, they restrict these speed wise. You can see on the variator here, we're not getting all the way to the edge, which means that it's not getting its top speed. It's not getting the full speed potential out of it. And the reason why is because there's a washer that restricts it inside here. I'm going to attempt to take that out, and then I'll dyno it again and see if we get a speed increase. The other thing too, if you look here, this belt's not all the way out on these pulleys. It's okay, I think that's how it's supposed to be on these, but typically I like to see this belt get all the way out to the edge here to make sure that I'm in the lowest gear. It gives you that maximum acceleration. But it accelerates good, and I'm not too worried about that. More importantly, this variator restrictor that could be in here. That's what I want to see. So I'm going to pull this off and see if it's there, and if it's there, we'll remove it. We'll make another run and see if it gets any extra speed out of it. So just a little extra something, like I said, in the meantime. Okay, so I got the variator nut loose. Now we're going to pull the variator, the static pulley off. This pulley doesn't move. And so here's the variator. And here's our washer. So that little washer right there, it's a couple millimeters, is what bugs this whole setup. It keeps it from getting out to its maximum speed. So now that I've removed that, I'm going to go ahead and put this variator pulley back on, and we'll see what it does. See if it gave us a little bit of speed or not. All right, so I went ahead and did the washer delete like I said, and we put it back together. We made another run, and we picked up a ton of mile an hour. So before it was lazy and done, right around 41 miles per hour. So after the washer, we hit 51 miles per hour. So that's a huge difference. 10 mile an hour picked up. Now, that's not real world because there's no wind resistance, and obviously this small vehicle is not going to be able to overcome that at those speeds. It was barely able to overcome it on the dyno. So the next move is the big bore. So with the Polini Sport big bore, we'll basically double the horsepower, and that should get us able to turn that system out to that speed. I'm also going to do the Polini high-speed variator on top of that, so it kind of defeats the purpose of what I did today. But this proves to me that if you do have one of these little buggers, you can make it move past 50 miles an hour. Whether or not you have the power to do that, it's up to the environment. But realistically, speed-wise, I'm able to get over 50 miles an hour, and that's with a completely stock machine, just the variator mods. So food for thought. If you have one of these, you can definitely pump some extra mile per hour out of it, bone stock, without having to do anything. Or if you want to take the easy way out, just get a variator and it'll probably do the same thing. So next step, Polini big bore 70cc with the Polini high-speed variator and a Yasuni exhaust to go with it. That pipe should open up lots of RPM. Right now, I don't have a tack. I should hook a tack up to it, to be honest with you, but I think it maxes out somewhere around 7,000 RPM, maybe 8,000. That's like pushing it beyond its limits. The stock pipe is piped obviously for super low end, so 4,500 RPM up, and the launch with these rollers in the variator is for lower RPM as well, for cruising and whatnot. So high-speed variator, it's going to have some lighter rollers, I'm sure. It's going to pump the RPM up. The pipe's going to bring the RPM up, and the big bore is going to give me a lot more displacement. That's going to translate to more bottom end and more power on top of it. So it should be a really nice rounded upgrade. It's not going to defeat the reliability of the machine, and Mr. Reliable should maintain his crown and maybe pick up some good mile an hour in power to go out on the street with. So stick in there. Next video, I'll have those goods on here and I'll be able to show you what that made, and these freaking mosquitoes should leave me alone. Until then.